Hello everyone, it's Kay. How's it going today? So this is the 29th of November 2020 on Sunday. So I hope you're having a great weekend today. So today's Sunday, so every Sundays I talk about Forex pairs and a couple of commodities and indexes and see what's happening in the market, mainly based on the weekly chart because right now last Friday was a weekly candle close, so we will be looking at the weekly charts, and if we see weekly chart to be trending, then we will look at the lower time frame, which is the daily chart, and see what's happening in the market now. And later on, we're gonna cover the some news, fundamental news that's coming up next week. So for those who are new to my channel, my name is Kay, like a little K in the back. My name is Kay, and I am a Forex trader here in Tokyo, Japan, full-time Forex trader. So in this YouTube channel, I talk about Ichimoku Kinko and also a couple of other strategies that are based on my own strategy in Ichimoku Kinko because Ichimoku has been my main strategy, and I use Ichimoku Kinko every day. And I run the Ichimoku community, and this is based on the Ichimoku original books. I talk about the Ichimoku more deeper level on this Ichimoku community, and I see that Samuel has been joining the Ichimoku community, so thank you for joining, Amin. So I wish you enjoy the Ichimoku journey and the community. So because there will be a Ichimoku Zoom event, we meet face to face today after this public live and by Zoom, so we can socialize with each other. So there are lots of things going on the Ichimoku community right now. So before starting anything here, quickly as a disclaimer, this knowledge or this information is based on my experience. So when you take trades, please do with your own risk. So let's see who's here first. So Josie, Karim, Mir, Henry, Melanie, James, Nguyen, and Greg, Blackjack, WM, Tunun, and Kayon, Aditya, Hui, Giorgio, Mark, Tanapol, and Roger, John. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. Alright, so let's get started. So we're gonna cover, I will be covering these pairs today. So I picked up these pairs, AUD-USD, GBP-USD, USDCAD, AUDJPY, and Euro-USD. That looks to be trending on the weekly chart. So let's check the AUD-USD first. So here is the AUD-USD weekly chart, and as per Ichimoku, this is uptrending. And the trend is up, and also the equivalent is up, because we see Kumo is up. Right now, Senko span A is up, Kijun Sen up, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles, and the current price is above the Tenkan, Kijun, and the Kumo here. So in this condition, I expect the market breaks even higher this way, upwards. So I expect sometime next week it's gonna break the 0.737 level upwards this way. So let's check the daily chart to break it down. And here on the daily chart, I can see that this is also uptrend, which is a nice indication to look for the buy chance. So we see the Kumo's up, both the Senko span B and A up, Kijun Sen is up, and Tenkan Sen is also up. Chikou span above the candles too. So this is a nice confirmation for the uptrend. So next week, from Monday onwards, I will be looking at the lower time frames to look for exact buying edge. So this is this is AUD-USD that is uptrending beautifully right now. So let's move on to GBP-USD weekly chart. So GBP-USD weekly chart looks to be also uptrending because we see the Kumo, Senko span A is up, Senko span A up, and also Senko span A broke the recent high of this Senko span A level upwards, which is quite significant. And also we see both the Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen are up, and Chikou span above the candles too. So on this one weekly chart, GBP-USD, I think this is bullish trend. So there are twice of the resistance in the past, and now the market is reaching towards the swing high. But in this case, I can expect the market breaks upwards this way. So let's see this one. Also in this case, this is ascending P wave, where the highs are the same level and the lows gets higher and higher. So that also confirms that this is the potential break upwards this way. And with this in mind, let's check the daily chart. Alright, so here's the daily chart, and equivalent wise this is bullish. We see the current price is above Tenkan Kijun Kumo, Chikou span above the candles. However, direction wise this is flat and retracing backwards to the Tenkan Sen here. But I can see that the market has been supported by this Tenkan Sen once and twice and previously. So now as the market touches on this Tenkan Sen, I can expect it can bounce off and breaks upwards this way on this bullish in a wave like this. But I will just wait until the Kijun Sen up and Kumo up, and then look for buy chance in lower time frames. But a weekly chart again shows that this is uptrending, so I expect the market will go up and breaks the recent high upwards, and then look for buy chance afterwards. That will be an interesting setup to look for and wait for on this GBP USD pair. So let's move on to the USDCAD weekly chart. Alright, USDCAD weekly chart shows that this is a downtrend as per Ichimoku lines, because we see Kumo's down, Senko span A is down, Kijun Sen down, Tenkan Sen flat, but Chikou span below the candles. And equilibrium is also bearish because the current price is below Tenkan Kijun and the Kumo. So in this case, I expect the market continue to go down this way and breaks the recent low downwards. Looks like it's been resisted. I mean, this was supported by the previous lows once and twice and 3 times, and this is a 4th trial. But once again, because this is looking like a descending triangle, like descending P wave like this way, I can extend the line like all the way to the back. But this looks like the descending triangle, so I can expect the market breaks downwards sometime next week. So that's USDCAD weekly chart. So let's break it down to the daily chart. Alright, so the daily chart, I'm looking for the potential sell chance, but last week it has been flat Kijun Sen and flat Kumo, so I didn't take any sell. And in this case, the Senko span A is going down and breaking the previous Senko span A level downwards this way, which is quite significant for this continuous downtrend. And also Kijun Sen, I will look for Kijun Sen to be pointing down next week. Chikou span is very good, downtrend. Below the candles, broke the Chikou span downwards here already, and Tenkan Sen is pointing downwards too. So yep, I will just wait for the Kijun Sen points down next week and look for the sell chance afterwards. And I expect the market go bearish in the wave continuously like this way. That will be my expectation on this USDCAD pair. So let's move on to AUDJPY. AUDJPY weekly chart shows that this is bullish trend because the Kumo Senko span A is going up and Kijun Sen is going up right now. And Chikou span is touching the candles, so I would wait until Chikou span breaks above the candles and look for the buy chance afterwards. And I expect the market breaks the recent high level, 78.42 level, upwards this way on this weekly chart basis. And with that in mind, I will look at the daily chart and expect what I will be waiting for to buy. So right now I cannot buy, and simply because the Kumo is bearish. In my chart color setting, the dark gray is the bullish Kumo and light gray is the bearish Kumo. So right now, after the Kumo twist, this is bullish Kumo. So next week on this AUDJPY pair in the daily chart, I would be looking waiting for the Kumo to twist bullish first of all, light gray bullish, and then I will wait for the Kijun Sen go up this way. Chikou span is okay, Chikou span above the candles, so this is okay. So I expect the market go above breaks the previous high on this bullish N wave next week. And then once I see the Kumo twist bullish and also Kijun Sen twist bullish too, then I will look for the buy chance in lower time frames. So that's AUDJPY pair. So let's move on to Euro USD weekly chart. So this is another pair that is trending upwards, and that's why this pair is also on my watch list for next week. But yeah, Euro USD weekly chart also shows that this is bullish, Kumo bullish, and both the Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen bullish trend, Chikou span above the candles. So in this case, I expect the market breaks higher this way. Oops, let me get the solid line. Yeah, I expect the market breaks this 1.201 level upwards, or this psychological line, exact number of 1.2 level upwards this way. And with that in mind, I look at the daily chart and capture exactly where to buy. So right now, in the daily chart, I see the beautiful uptrend because we see the Kumo is up, both the Senko span AB up, and Kijun Sen also upwards. And Tenkan Sen moving up too, Chikou span above the candles. So, and this one looks to be the bullish wave continuously. So I expect the market to go bullish like this way next week. So as long as I see the Kumo bullish, Kijun Sen bullish, Chikou span above the candles, I look at the lower time frames, either 1 or 30, and confirm this uptrend, and then look for the buy chance on 15 or 5 minute chart. So this is also my expectation on this Euro USD. So once again, AUD USD, GBP USD, USD CAD, AUD JPY, and Euro USD looks to be uptrending on the weekly chart, and potential uptrend on the daily chart as well. So these are the pairs that are on my watch list next week. So let's move on to the commodity, the gold. Gold looks to be downtrending, but weekly chart shows that this is still non-trend. In Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, when we start to see Kumo flat, I mean the Kumo is bullish itself, but we see Senko span B is flat, and Senko span A is retracing backwards right now on the weekly chart. And we see there's a break of this Kijun Sen downwards, which is quite significant because the market has been never broken the Kijun Sen upwards since this 23rd of March this year. On the weekly chart, the gold, the market has been above the Kijun Sen, but yesterday or last week was exactly the candle, the market that broke the Kijun Sen downwards. So once it does, we have to expect market will reach to the Kumo here, retrace backwards to the Kumo. And by then, we must see a Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen dead cross, and then Chikou span breakout can happen. And then there might be Kumo breakout, Senko span B break, and that will be Sanyaku Gyakuten signal. And I would look for a sell chance by following the weekly chart. And however, we see downtrend on the daily chart, and I am a day to swing trader, so I follow the daily chart trend. Weekly chart is just to get the bigger picture. So right now the price is in between the Kijun Sen and the Kumo here. So it might bounce off of the Senko span A and goes up this way too. And with that in mind, I look at the daily, and I can see that the daily chart is beautiful downtrend right now on the gold. Simply because the Kumo is moving down. Senko span AB down, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen both are down, and Chikou span all the way below the candles. So this is a nice downtrend confirmation. So I expect the market to go bearish in the wave along the way like this way. And let's check if there's any previous low in this level on the daily chart. And I don't see any significant previous support in this market. The only line that might be significant is this one. at this level of 1751.6 level, which actually was a reversal line. And what I mean by reversal line is that the previous resistances became support and the market went upwards afterwards this way. So this is a psychological line that market will watching. So right now, after if it continues to go bearish, then the market might be supported by this 1751.6 level. So when it reaches towards this level, we have to watch out. It might bounce off. So we better be careful. But still, there's lots of room up to this price level. We have, we've got lots of pips to lower here to the previous low. So we can still look for the sell chance on the daily chart, in my opinion. So yeah, gold looks to be bearish. So the potential target can be on this level, 1751.6 level, in my opinion. So let's check the oil, WTI oil right now, and it's going up. So let's check the weekly chart. Alright, and this weekly chart, this is bullish. We see the Kumo Senko Span A up, Kijun Sen Tenkan Sen up, Chikou Span broke. Chikou Span above the candles now, and the market broke the previous high upwards last week, which is quite significant. So from here, we can expect the market go bullish on this end wave like this way. And with that in mind, let's check the daily chart. So on this daily chart, this is flat right now. The equivalence bullish, right? So the equivalence bullish. So I expect the market go up in the long term, but in the mid to long term, this is flat because we see Kijun Sen flat and Kumo flat right now. So the market might reverse backwards to either Tenkan Sen or Kijun Sen. So if you want to buy on this WTI oil, then I recommend you to wait until the Kumo goes bullish and also Kijun Sen goes bullish and look for buy chance afterwards. But weekly chart shows that this is a beautiful uptrend, so I think in the long term it goes up this way. So that's oil, crude oil. So let's move on to some indexes right now. So starting from the Nikkei, weekly chart shows that this is a strong uptrend. Kumo up, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen up, Chikou Span all the way above the candles. So no doubt this is uptrending. And checking this previous high, this is actually, the previous high was here all the way back in 29th of April, back in 1991 high the market is reaching right now. So, and if I can see the Kumo here, Kumo is getting very thin here. So when you see the Kumo thin like this, we have to expect some retracement backwards, because this is overheated market as per Ichimoku Kumo. So, and especially if there's a previous high at this level, it might retrace backwards. So in this case, I wouldn't look for buy. I would wait for the retracement and consolidation of the market. And after the consolidation of the market, if it breaks up, then I will look for the buy chance there. Right now, this is not really the good time to buy, in my opinion, because it might retrace backwards due to this thin Kumo here. So let's move on to S&P 500. Okay, S&P 500 also shows that this is a strong uptrending and renews higher and higher now. So let's see if there's a previous high. And it looks like this is all-time high. So this one is, unlike the Nikkei here, S&P 500, I think it keeps going up this way. And also the Kumo thickness is significant here. This is not very thin, but the Kumo itself is very thick here. So equivalent wise, this is bullish. But right now we see the Kijun Sen flat and the Senko Span B flat also. So the market might reverse backwards this way and come back to the Kijun Sen and bounce off upwards this way. But next week, if the market renews higher, this way, then that will make the Kijun Sen up and also Senko Span B up also. Then we can look for buy chance afterwards. And what's more, the 2 weeks backwards, there was a doji candlestick here, and this might become a doji breakout towards the upwards. And if that happens next week, then that will be very significant. So we can even expect the continuous uptrend this way. Oh, by the way, tomorrow, I will be talking about the doji breakout by running the Forex Tester 4. Well, actually, this week, Monday, I talked about the doji candle breakout by running Forex Tester 4, and tomorrow I will talk about the pin bar reversal. So unfortunately, tomorrow I cannot do the live, so I will record a video and upload. But I hope you enjoy this pin bar and also this Monday's doji candle breakout, because this is exactly what's happening right now on the chart. So once again, when you see this, there was a doji candle at the top, and if it breaks up, it can go continuously upwards this way, which is quite significant on this weekly candle. So let's move on to the next one, Nasdaq. Alright, so Nasdaq is also uptrending beautifully, and no doubt this is uptrending. So I think it's gonna break upwards this way, because this is, first of all, let's focus on Ichimoku lines. We see Kumo up, Senko Span A is up, both the Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen up, and also Chikou Span above the candles. And also this is ascending P wave, which is quite significant. This is my favorite chart pattern. So most likely, looks like this is breaking upwards this way. Hold on, let me draw the line more beautifully, like this way. We have 3 times supports, once and twice and 3 times support, and then the highs remain the same, like at this level. So next week the market might be going down, might retrace backwards this way, but if that's the case, then it's gonna be supported most likely and goes up this way and breaks higher even. Or it might break higher next week, because we see the potential uptrend on this Kumo and Kijun Sen already. So yeah, if it breaks upwards, then that will be a great buy chance, I believe. So that's something that I expect to happen next week. So let's move on to the next one, Dow Jones. Alright, so Dow Jones weekly chart also show that this is uptrending, because we see the Kumo is bullish Kumo. Senko Span A is slightly going up, and I can see that the Senko Span B is gradually moving up too. And we see this Kijun Sen is also up, Chikou Span above the candles. So I expect the market breaks higher and higher this way. So yeah, technically speaking, on this Dow Jones, this is bullish trend right now. So let's move on to Euro Stoxx here. And Euro Stoxx shows that this is a also potential uptrend. The Kumo Senko Span B has been flat the whole time. However, I can see the potential bullish because the Senko Span A, if you look at it, the highs of the Senko Span A is renewing higher and higher this way. So this is a nice uptrend indication, while the Kumo is flat. And also, the Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen both up right now, and Chikou Span above the candles. So in this case, I expect the market go bullish on this bullish in the wave like this. So next week I expect this Euro Stoxx also bullish. So let's move on to FTSE 100. Okay, FTSE 100 shows still range, no trend market, unlike Euro Stoxx because the Kumo is still bearish. Bearish Kumo, and the Senko Span B has been flat the whole time. And Senko Span A has been going up and down like this way. So, and also Kijun Sen flat, right? Kijun Sen is flat, Chikou Span touching the candles. So right now the market is actually at the previous high level over here of this 64.89 level. But because of this flat Kumo, flat Kijun Sen Tenkan Sen here, and also Chikou Span touching, most likely it will be resisted and come back to the Kumo or come back to Kijun Sen next week. So this is not really good timing to buy, in my opinion. Unless it breaks upwards this way, this is not really good timing because we cannot see the potential breakout towards the upside, unlike the Euro Stoxx. So let's move on to the CAC France. Okay, so this is bullish because we see the Kumo twisted bullish and Senko Span A up. The Kumo is too young, too short, so it might retrace backwards to the Kumo itself in the market. But right now we see the Kijun Sen up, Tenkan Sen up, and also this Chikou Span above the candles very nicely. So I think that this is bullish quite strong, and I think it goes like this way all the way. Unless the Kijun Sen goes flat, this is bullish continuously. Yeah, so once again, the only thing that I'm concerned is that this Kumo is still too young, too short. So when it happens, the market might retrace backwards this way. Let's see if this broke the 61.8% upwards on this weekly chart. Let me just check quickly here. And yeah, it already broke the 61.8% upwards this way. So yeah, it might retrace 100% all the way to the previous high. So yep, let's check the next one, DAX index here. So DAX index weekly chart, this is bullish because the Kumo Senko Span A is up currently, Senko Span A up, and also Senko Span A highs are actually renewing higher right now. And also the Kijun Sen is up, we see, and also Chikou Span above the candles. So I can say that the momentum is bullish right now. So that means that the market can break the recent high upwards this way, in my opinion, which is at 13335 level upwards this way. So yeah, and when it does, then we will see the Kijun Sen and also this Senko Span B upwards this way when it breaks up. So let's see if it happens next week, and then we can buy afterwards. So that's DAX index weekly chart. And then let's move on to AU200. So AU200 also shows that this is bullish. The Kumo Senko Span A up, Kijun Sen Tenkan Sen up, and the Chikou Span above the candles. So this is bullish in the wave, and I think it continues bullish in the wave like this. So yeah, looks like Australia has been doing great on the COVID case. So fundamentally speaking, I think it can keep going up this way. And also technical viewpoint by Ichimoku, this is also uptrending to me. So the ultimate target will be the recent high at this 7214 level we can expect. So let's move on to Nifty. Alright, so Nifty chart, this is also uptrending on the weekly chart. We see the Kumo itself is moving up, and both the Senko Span BA up and the Kijun Sen Tenkan Sen all uptrending. Chikou Span above the candles. So direction wise this is uptrending, and also equivalence bullish too. Very nice, beautiful uptrend. We see the thickness of the Kumo too. Unlike Nikkei, we see very thick, thickness of the Kumo here, which is quite significant for its continuous uptrend this way. So yeah, I think this is bullish. We see a doji candle last week. So next week at this doji candle breakout, I mean the higher, which is at this level of 131.45 level upwards, then that will be a great buy chance afterwards. So that's the Nifty index. So finally, let's check the Hang Seng weekly chart. So Hang Seng weekly chart also shows that this is the potential bullish trend. After the bottom here, we see this bullish in the wave, like this way, and it goes up this way, looks like. But one thing, the only concern is that the Kumo is still bearish, and it's about to be twisting bullish, but right now technically this is still bearish Kumo. So until the Kumo twist bullish, we have to expect the market retrace backwards this way. The Kijun Sen Tenkan-sen points up nicely, and the Chikou span above the candles nicely too. So the only concern in this case is the Kumo, because it's not yet turning bullish. So that means the market might retrace backwards next week too still. So we have to be careful for the retracement if you take trades in this index, Hang Seng. So let's move on to some of the fundamental news for next week. So let's see. So next week we are turning to December already. So this is the year-end month. Time flies. So let me sort this one. Oh, by the way, if you're new to my channel, this is fxstreet.com and economic calendar. This is very useful. This is my favorite website. So if you're looking for some good website to refer to the news, I recommend this one very much. So hold on. Next month, December, Tuesday 1st, we have a couple of news, interest rate decisions. Usually the first week of every month, we have a lot of news. Rate statement is actually in AUD, and also GDP report in Swiss franc. And then we have another CPI and Euro itself, and we have ISM PMI in the US. So from Tuesday there are a lot of news, and moving on to Wednesday we have AUD, governor speech, and also GDP report in AUD on Wednesday. And then we have retail sales in Germany, and then we have ADP report in the US, which is quite significant. So next week we have to watch out for this ADP report in the US on next Wednesday. So moving on to Thursday, what do we have here? We have AUD trade balance, and then we have Euro retail sales, and then we have ISM PMI in the US. And then Friday, we have retail sales in the AUD, and also we have non-farm payrolls, which is also a big event every month. So non-farm payrolls in the US is the big event that can impact the market, so we have to be careful. And later on we have Canada unemployment rate, and then we have net change in employment in the CAD too. So CAD might be affected by this, but next week the main event will be on Wednesday, ADP report in the US, this one, and also FOMC, non-farm payroll. Hold on, where was it? Next Friday. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, next Friday, non-farm payrolls in the US. So if you take trades on the USD, please be careful next week. Alright, so let me come back to some comments now. We have Ichimoku Zoom event in about 20 minutes. So let me check some comments for the next about 5 or 10 minutes. So let's see. Alright, thank you for joining everyone. Good to see you. Alright, oh, I got a couple of comments about the Bitcoin. So let me check the Bitcoin right now. I don't take trades in Bitcoin, so this is just my personal view by Ichimoku settings. So last week Bitcoin, actually this was the doji candle here. So if I take trades, I would wait for the break of the previous high upwards this way. Because when you see doji, then that means this is the consolidating market. It goes up and down very sharply, but in the end of this weekly candle, this is closing at the same level of the start. So I will wait for the previous high break and then look for buy chance afterwards. And I think it's gonna happen because we see Kumo up, Kijun Sen Tenkan-sen up, and Chikou span breaking above also. And because the monthly chart is going to be closing tomorrow, so let's check the monthly chart as well on the Bitcoin. Oh, the Bitcoin looks like it's been a previous high level now. So let's see if it breaks upward this way or not. And in my opinion, it can be resisted and go down this way because the Kumo is very thin on the monthly chart. The Kumo is very young, too short, too thin. And also, if you see this Kijun Sen Tenkan-sen, they are pointing up very strongly. So I can kind of sense that this is an overheated market by Ichimoku monthly chart. So I think it's gonna go down this way also. So unless the market breaks higher, you better wait to buy, is my opinion. Because it might retrace backwards at this rate. And that's the monthly chart basis. And the weekly chart basis, this is strong uptrending. So after the doji candle break, it can break upwards this way. And let's check the daily chart just in case. Yeah, on the daily chart, I can see that there is a engulfing inside bar right now. I see the Kumo is still moving up, Kijun Sen moving up, Chikou span above the candles. So this is bullish trend. But one thing that I would be seeing is that the I can see that there is a engulfing, inside bar like this. This candlestick on the 26th of November has been engulfing the future candles for 3 days now. So unless it breaks upwards this way, I would wait for that. So that's my analysis on the Bitcoin. I hope you like it. So what else do we have here? GBP USD. Alright, GBP USD, I already talked about it, but this is a bullish trend right now. No, let me see. Yeah, on the weekly chart basis, this is bullish. We see Kumo up, we see the Senkou span A renews higher now, which is nice indication for the uptrend, and we see Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen moving up, and Chikou span above the candles too. So I can expect the market renews higher at this level, upwards this way. That's the GBP USD weekly chart. Alright, yep, thank you for joining everyone, good to see you. Looks like lots of traders are interested in Bitcoin because it's going up right now. For GBP USD, that weekly Ichimoku signal is a guarantee that it will continue to go up even if the lower time frame daily chart, 4 hour, 1 hour are going down. Well, first of all, there's no guarantee. But in this case, this is a potential break because this is this looks to be ascending P wave, like this way. So there might be some retracement backwards this way, but on the long term, I think that this is bullish, breaks the higher and higher this way on the weekly chart. Yeah, so I will continue to look for buy chance on lower time frames. In this case, I would never look for sell chance. And that's the main message for this GBP USD pair. Okay, so yep. Very nice, very nice. So yeah, the market looks to be a little bit active right now. We see weekly chart to be trending, and also I've seen a forward chart are actually trending in these main forex pairs. So hopefully we see some volatility next week as well. We have FOMC, I'm sorry. Why do I keep saying FOMC? Yeah, we have ADP report and also non-farm payroll in the US, and a couple of interest rate and GDP report as well. So we'll see. Yeah, but one thing is that the I always recommend everybody to follow trends. Unless you see any trends, you better stay away in the market. So if I see the daily chart uptrend, then I take it. But if I see daily chart flat but forward chart up, then I take the 4. And if I see daily chart and the forward chart to be flat, then I take 1 hour to buy or sell. So if I come actually down to 1 hour chart, then most likely I see some trends every day. So with the risk of 1%, I take trades on the 1 hour chart basis. But in that case, that will be like an intraday, because 1 hour chart direction goes off very quickly, much earlier than the forward chart or daily chart. So in that case, that will be an intraday. Most likely I close these trades within the day if I take the 1 hour chart trend. And that's why I prefer to take trades based on the forward chart or daily chart, because I can keep following the trend direction. So anyways, yep, looks like it's time to go. So yep, I hope you have a great weekend, the rest. So tomorrow I will be talking about oops, where is it, this one? Just a quick recap, quick reminder for tomorrow. It's gonna be Monday, so every Mondays I run the Forex Tester 4, and hopefully I do the live. But tomorrow, unfortunately, I will be out from the home, so I will record a video and upload tomorrow. And on the video, I will run the Forex Tester 4 and present the way I take the pin bar reversal signals in lower time frames. So I hope you enjoyed tomorrow's video. And for those who are Ichimoku members, I will see you on the Ichimoku Zoom Cafe soon in about 15 minutes. So yep, I see that the COVID case is increasing. So I hope you and your family, your friends, everybody stay healthy and stay gold until I see you next time. So bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you.